Thank you for visiting the Coin Lady channel again. I'll give you the lowdown on what a few of experts predict will happen to XRP. At the beginning of this video, I will tell you that there is an analyst that claims, guys, the setup for what is happening with XRP right now looks a lot like 2017, when the price of one XRP goes up by tens of thousands of % in a year. It's just insane. He then asks why it can't happen again, specifically how the chart would have looked if that formation had taken place. It also doesn't seem like it could happen. If you look back over the last decade, you'll notice that moments like these have been when XRP truly took off. This looks precisely like that moment. I am not providing financial advice and have no prior experience in the field. Please understand this before we continue. Also, you shouldn't base any purchases or sales on what I say, right? As a pastime and for fun, I enjoy making films on YouTube regarding crypto-related subjects. I'm just an enthusiast. Thus, this is the Crypto Basic XRP headline. XRP aims for $2.37 as symmetrical triangles that have been in existence for several years may finally break. Yeah, let me just say this, in the previous two market cycles, there have been two main surges, so keep that in mind when we have our first spike. April 2017 was the month in question, and once more, the last month of 2017. Following, in November of 2020, we began the following cycle. Also, in April of that year, 2021, there was one. Just so we're clear, I'm referring to surge if we're talking about aiming for anywhere near $2.37, the first charge that doesn't sound absurd. You know? I'm referring to the most significant ones. If you examine him on a graph, you'll notice them. There may be other situations where they're subjective, but those are the ones I'm mentioning here. That's also not out of the question. It's just my opinion. As time goes by, may your loved ones remember this. It wouldn't shock me if XRP saw just two big moves. It would simply be history repeating itself. So it won't surprise me at all. In any case, the following is the body of the article. The Ripple price might see a huge upswing if XRP manages to break out of its multi-year symmetrical triangle. Among the most closely monitored market indicators, XRP's price behavior is still trying to break through the 62-cent resistance area of the multi-year symmetrical triangle. At 67 cents this week, XRP broke out of the triangle, but the momentum was short-lived due to the influencer's bias rather than the market volatility as a whole. You might remember the events that unfolded a few days ago when Bitcoin's price initially surpassed its all-time high. The entire market crashes, including XRP, holy liquidations. Everyone gets swept out. That is also the case. I don't think that's very significant. So, it's likely that the liquidated individuals can have a major celebration. However, the remainder of us who aren't experimenting with dangerous things are just like, you know? In any case, we shouldn't react emotionally there. According to the Analyst's chart reference, this is the chart that they are using, and all you're seeing here is an XRP price chart. Also, I thought this was another good example, so I wanted to call attention to it. I can't help but notice how many analysts keep coming out with analyses that are quite similar to this one, and that is something you usually don't see. With over 6 years of experience in the cryptocurrency industry and membership in the XRP community, such a large number of analysts giving their unfiltered predictions about the future is unusual. Wow, that's really unusual. In any case, the data suggests that XRP is still attempting to break out of its multi-year symmetrical triangle, and that a huge bullish wave is likely to occur in the months to come. You can see why I am so confident. I usually don't talk like this. I don't know how much longer we have to wait until we see the first bursts to the upside, but I don't think it will be much longer. That much is obvious to everyone who has been following me. However, the action takes place in this setting. This is it. And all the stars are aligning for XRP to soar to new heights and phases of perfection. Next, we have this data compiled by JT, a chart analyst. His main point is that this is reminiscent of 2017. Which is why I find it intriguing. So, this is his writing. On a monthly basis, XRP's value declines. I need to take a brief break at this point. This has been on my mind recently, and I've even made comments along these lines. such as how XRP's price always moves last. To be more specific, there is historical evidence to suggest that it is likely to migrate last, as it has done so on multiple occasions before. The question is, what occurred during the past market cycle? Since when did it move? Unlike last year, therefore, it's quite clear that we know exactly where it made its initial move in November 2020. However, April of 2021 was the date of the second relocation. I don't remember when exactly, but it might have been anywhere from a week or so into May of 2021 if Bitcoin had been at its high point before plunging back down. Had that been the last peak of the Bitcoin cycle, I would have said, yeah, it was fairly explosive near the end. But in reality, Bitcoin's value plummeted, and I'm not sure why my IQ wasn't in the 30,000 range. Looking at a chart would be necessary. It's just incredibly low in comparison to where it was, isn't it? May of 2021 was when it really hit its pinnacle, with an estimated 65,000 people attending. Up until November of 2021, though, it didn't pop, upwards of $69,000 as a maximum. However, XRP did not experience a rally, nor did it have a third rally in the vicinity. As a result, it traveled faster. To be fair, it didn't set a new record-breaking high in the previous cycle. Additionally, XRP holders were under attack from the SEC. Therefore, that aspect is not shocking. It was likely going to hit a new all-time high in April 2021 when XRP ran if that hadn't happened. However, he decided to disregard the fact that we missed out on the new all-time high, reasoning that it was due to intentional intervention. Regardless of the outcome, check out the times it ran. Though, all this to say, I guess what I'm trying to imply is that XRP might make a huge jump, maybe even to a new all-time high, in the near future. I wouldn't say it's the most likely option. That being said, I suppose it's feasible. I simply wanted to mention that. Plus, I really can't dispute with you if someone else thinks that's the more probable scenario. To be honest, I wouldn't put it ahead of, say, discovering a final blast-off at the end of the market cycle, only because there's more evidence suggesting that's plausible, but it's certainly not impossible. For example, we may be able to realize our fortune-changing windfall sooner than what you might expect based on past experience. In any case, JT keeps going. As for XRP's structure, he claims it is identical to its previous accumulation period. With any luck, XRP's last cycle pump will result in a 40% increase. I don't understand why it is unable to do it. Repeat the process a tenth of the time. Therefore, I agree that you make a valid point. Here is the chart that you shared, but what you're requesting is quite modest. Furthermore, as you are already aware, it is important to note that each cycle has, in general, declining returns. This is due to the fact that as the amount of money in a cryptocurrency increases, it becomes increasingly difficult to achieve a multiplier effect of 2, 3, 4, etc. You shouldn't, therefore, anticipate an XRP price growth of tens of thousands of %. In any case, is it completely insane to believe what he said? If you're talking about 1400%, 4000% or something, that makes perfect sense, in my opinion. Furthermore, I am not speculating on a price because I have no idea. What will happen is a mystery to me. Yes, but that sounds completely plausible. And thus, once more, with the arrangement appearing as though it did not 2017, even if we are aware that the profits would not be identical to that cycle, we should nevertheless invest in XRP now because its value has increased significantly since the beginning of 2017. In the grand scheme of things, there isn't a ton of money in it. For example, XRP has a large cap coin market valuation of around $35 billion, but that might be viewed as a mid-cap or small cap in the future. If a large cap coin like XRP takes off and the asset class grows exponentially, we can still earn phenomenal wealth that changes our lives. Additionally, AMB has this. I don't want to read it all, especially the bits where they mention ETH and Solana, but it seems like there's an altcoin rally happening with crypto. However, they proceed to explain why all three coins appear to be doing well. Regarding XRP, this is the section that was being discussed. In all candor, They're admitting that these are leaning toward the optimistic side of things and making note of it here. The upward trend for XRP is definitely still going strong. The RSI and CMF tokens reportedly also rose in value. In addition, the MACD tokens showed a positive market advantage. The increase in the token's weighted sentiment also indicates that positive sentiment towards the asset has been on the rise recently. If ETH, Solana, and XRP were able to launch an alternative coin, its social influence would have plummeted last week. The rally, nevertheless, should be entertaining to observe. Thus, I am merely emphasizing one more. Unless they are outspoken XRP detractors, I have a hard time finding experts who do not believe XRP will accomplish something soon. Basically, you can discover it either way. People who claim otherwise are either anti-XRP, part of the fly-by-night crowd, or completely ignorant of the space. There doesn't seem to be any well-respected, long-standing analysis that says XRP will have no impact. It has eluded me. Surely someone else could fill that role if there was another one? Perhaps I simply haven't uncovered it yet. That makes sense. It doesn't matter to me if you present that viewpoint from that person. I'll still be cool if I'm the exception. I don't understand. If every analyst is a piece of data, then that's only one piece of data that doesn't support the consensus on what's going to happen here. On a related note, I really don't think it matters that XRP's social dominance has been declining over the past week, particularly given the explosive growth of other assets. Just wait for XRP's social dominance score to skyrocket. It's the same every time. It may seem self-evident, but I figured I'd bring it up in case anyone was curious about the nature of dominance. Indeed, that is due to the fact that it has not yet burst. Be patient until it disappears. That's one of those things where, well, it's not often that you see it high unless something is occurring right now. To sum up, this thing is absolutely messed up. I am not sure of the specific time frame. However, we are just approaching that point, almost there, and the road to this point has been somewhat lengthy. It brings me immense joy. Having faith that it will really transpire is all that is required. Plus, I prefer to ignore the possibility that it won't work and focus solely on what I want. It would be completely illogical. In the absence of an alter, we will revert to the previous season, if you so desire. I suppose whatever is going at the moment will be alright if it suddenly ceases. Everything else, though, just doesn't make sense to me. Hold on, because this is going to be so much fun. That's not my job description. Nothing I say should ever influence you to purchase anything for yourself. Do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. Muchas gracias. Depart.